Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to episode 39 of our SevTech Ages of the Sky Let's Play. Today we should be getting to the moon. I'm pretty excited to get off of the old Earth planet here. So as I mentioned in the last episode, we are going to need these light oxygen tanks. So for now, we need to just make these guys, and we needed lime wool. Oh, Dark Osto, you had to throw lime wool at us. Just can't get away with doing white wool. We needed lime. So, again, we needed to do this. It's just a vanilla recipe where you throw 8 wool around a piece of lime dye powder, which we just did cooking cactus green and crushing up a bone meal, and you got your dyes there to make lime. Wasn't anything difficult. You just had to do it just to be a pain in the butt. And then we'll just need a compressed copper and another one of these tin canisters. And we want to make 2 of these guys. Because we have room for 2 in our suit. And you can actually make more, so that way you have backup oxygen. I'm not going to do that for right now, because I think we can get everything we need to do on the moon done pretty quickly. And then if not, we are going to make ourselves a fast egress to get back to the home world here, to just go back and refill the oxygen tanks if we need. We are going to do that with Astral Sorcery. In Astral Sorcery, there are the Celestial Gateways. These things are really handy for going, traveling long distances. You just have to build the structure and get one of these gateway things put down, and then you can travel between them. So it's a little bit pricey, but at this point in the pack, it shouldn't be too bad, especially if you set up your Starlight and no, not the Starlight Infusion, your transmutation with the lens there. You just get your iron ore from the Twilight Forest, and it transmutes over into star metal, which gets you your stardust and your star metal ore pretty easily. So I think I forgot to actually show you guys that setup that I got over here. You've probably seen it, but I might not have explained it fully with that fully bored celestial crystal that I got there, and it's just aimed at a spot there. It's really fast, like unbelievably fast. So I'll just grab this stuff for now, and I'll show you. I'll put that in the offhand because pretty much I can put this down, and by the time I break it, it's turned itself into a star metal. So yeah, super fast. If you don't have the fully charged celestial crystal, yeah, maybe it might take a few seconds and you gotta wait a little bit, but other than that, yeah, should be no problem. So then you gotta cook up one of those star metals to get your ingot, and then if you want to be really stingy with it, you just throw one of those into your crusher, and then you'll get 2 back out of it for every one that you put in there. So shouldn't be too difficult at all to get your star metal and your stardust anymore. You shouldn't need to do the growing crystals thing. All of that stuff you can kind of avoid now. So I forgot what else I need. Illumination powder, rock crystal, lenses, and runed marble. So 2 runes, a couple of lenses. I needed the star metal. And what am I forgetting? Illumination powder, which I think is in this one. Yep. Oh, and I will need a wand. So we'll just throw it together. That's what I forgot. Just any old crystal or rock crystal will do. Boom, we got it. Da-ding. All right. So we'll just grab this guy here. And the other handy thing that we can do with the celestial gateways is we can name them in an anvil. And that way you can see, there's two different ways. You can tell by the picture on it what it looks like. Or you can just name it in an anvil, which makes things a little bit easier. So I'm just going to min-max my experience there, put it all into my tome. And we'll take this over to the anvil, throw it in there. And this will be our moon one. Let's give it a capital. And this is the multi-block. So there's 25 sooty marble, 20 marble arch, 4 engraved marble, and the 4 engraved marble actually sit on top of 4 runed marble. So just that's how you put that structure together. And then when you go in here, you'll get all of these stars lined up out there. And when there's a yellow star, that'll be your other celestial gateway. So I will just throw that into my backpack there where I've got all these other things set up there. And now let's get to charging our oxygen. So I have the oxygen compressor here, and I put it down so that the power thing connected to the power there, and then the input was there. So I just got to take this full tank of oxygen, throw it there. We're getting oxygen in there, and we've just put our oxygen tanks in there, get them charged up. When those are all charged, I will be back. Actually, I forgot. There's crafting we got to do yet. So we need to make the rocket in our workbench. So the recipe for this guy isn't too bad. It does take a lot of heavy duty plates. So there's 8 in the main body. There's 3 more in the nose cone. There's 16 more in the rocket boosters, or the rocket fins. And then the rocket booster itself takes 4. Another strange one, the button and the flint and steel. These are just vanilla recipes, so shouldn't be too bad. I'm hoping I've got everything in order here, so it should go pretty simply. So I'll need one of those guys. And we got a nose cone. Four fins. I didn't make the button. Embarrassing. 1 button. There, and then we just need our 10 plates. So, or 8, sorry. Ah, I ran out. Okay, I'm gonna have to make 4 more, I guess. Be back in a minute now. Okay, mission accomplished, and here we go. Oh, I'll need the generator. I've broken this before it retains its fuel and its energy, so that simple generator is pretty handy in that regard there. So we'll just throw the nose cone, all of these, the booster, and we have a rocket. Now the other cool thing about this is I've got a rocket! Oh. So it looks pretty funny running around with your rocket over your head. Alright, let's switch back to first person mode before I launch myself off the edge of the thing here. So we just put that down on the middle there. And now our fuel loader will need some power, so we'll just throw that down there. It's got power, it's loading. I did fill it all the way up, and from what I've seen, this doesn't take very much at all to fill up the little tier 1 rocket, so we'll have lots of fuel left over here. So yeah, looks like that's done there. Let's just, before I screw anything up royally, I'll just put that on. So inside the rocket, if we just change our controls to open spaceship inventory, how about numpad 5? Yeah, all right, that'll work. So yeah, we got a full tank there. I think the one thing I also missed was, oh, I can't escape out of here. Oh yeah, shift. Shift got me out of there. So the one thing I missed when I was putting it together in the rocket, you can add chests to it to give an internal inventory to it. It's not 100% required. In fact, I don't think you need it at all, especially when I go there and I make my celestial gateway, then I'll probably, yeah, just be able to go back and forth as I need it anyways. So now that we're in it, space launches, and there we go. Oh, I don't have a parachute. If I press launch again, there's no going back. Well, yeah, there's no going back. So just hit F5 to take a look at our outside thing, and we can watch ourselves take off. Pretty excited. I got a whole bunch of wood growing there. I'll have to chop that down between episodes, but I got tons of wood for now, so not a big deal at all. Excited to see what the other planets look like, if they've got a regular terrain generation or if they've got the Sky Island type generation going on. So there is the block we call home, and I thought I saw the moon there for a second on the other side, which would have been a little bit awkward, but looking on the left hand side there, we've got our progress, so we're almost about halfway up into space, and I think once we get to space there, we have to choose our destination. I'm not 1000% on the Galactic Craft stuff, so we'll have to see when we get there. Yeah, that's the sun there, and that's the moon there, so we're headed in the wrong direction. Hey, what are you doing? Turn around. Quit derping. Alright, so now that we're up at the top here, we'll just go to the overworld, moon, and then you can look at all of your things on here. I don't know what most of it means, like meteor frequency. I think we need these meteors to get something to do some crafting with, so we'll need to get some of those. And there's some other materials we'll need from the moon, obviously. And then, yeah, pressure level, I think that's pretty high comparatively for Galactic Craft planets. And then when we're ready, we just hit the launch, and we take our giant leap. There we are, we got to age 5, so it's flashing at us to hold space to slow down. So we're at a descent velocity of 36, so that's space. Okay, looks like I landed and I didn't crash, so that's good. So I'm inside my lunar lander here. What was it, shift to get out again? Oxygen setup is invalid. Uh-oh, I'm taking damage. All right, let's see if I can't save this somehow. 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I did wrong, but hopefully I can put all of this together before I die. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just eat, and hopefully that'll buy us a few seconds. I feel like I derped up pretty badly here, but hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. We'll just put this down on the middle. I wonder if I needed the wand to be able to go back and forth. Oh, geez. That's what I derped up on. Phew. Okay. So I derped up on getting back maybe because I don't know if I've got... Oh, so see there, I can get my launch pads back and my rocket back. So the launch pad is pretty easy there. The rocket just goes like that on there, but I don't have the fuel I need to return. And oh, okay. So it was shift and left click. And now I got back here. So where is the moon here? I wonder if it's hiding behind all these trees. I'm going to chop down all these trees and I'll be back. Alright, so we found out where the moon is up there. And it's not letting me go back for some reason. Stand on this guy. Crouch. Oh, there we go. No. All right. There we go. So we can see in the bottom right there, we've got our oxygen levels. And we can just kind of wander around. And apparently from what I've seen from other playthroughs, we are looking for a dungeon. So it goes way down like in something like this, and then there's some different stuff down at the bottom which allows us to go into the dungeon, and they're pretty few and far between if I understand correctly, so it might take quite a bit of searching, in which case we might want to make multiple oxygen tanks, because if we have to go too far, it doesn't look like we've got a lot of time, if I can estimate correctly by the way my oxygen's going down there right now. The other handy thing I found for getting around on these planets is not something I made during my normal playthrough. Oh, there's a village. But that is the slime sling. So normally this would do a decent amount of damage when you hit the ground again. But because the moon's not got a great big, very high gravity at all, it's not going to hurt us a whole heck of a lot. Now we saw when we landed here, it said something about hearing with a frequency module. So to be able to talk to these aliens, we would need the frequency module. So whenever we go back there, we can get the frequency module. And then apparently regular torches won't work here because there's no oxygen, obviously. But these glowstone torches will work if we need light while you're going down into the caves. So it's just a torch with glowstone instead of charcoal, obviously. There's some trees here, but I bet they won't grow because there's no oxygen, obviously. And then thankfully we have the journey map because I forgot to set my waypoint when I was back here. So Let's take a quick run back here and set a waypoint, and then do another couple of sling jumps in a couple of opposite directions, and we'll see what we got around us here. New waypoint and portal, I guess. We'll go this way. Let's go up a little bit higher. Not too bad. No damage. Let's go up real high. All right, so we did take some damage there. So good to know that there is a limit to how high you can go. And yeah, because I've got the climbing gloves, I climb up pretty easily trying to go up things there. So we're almost done our first oxygen tank. Let's check out this crater over here. Now, the two things we need is obviously there's a dungeon at the bottom of one of these craters, like I was saying, and then the meteorites. The meteorites apparently fall within a certain vicinity of the character, so we might need to idle around for a little bit. Okay, so we've got copper, we've got tin. Yeah, to be able to find meteorites. And then we might as well go in and take a look at our advancements here. So a scanner, the prospector, charger, jetpacks, paperclip. We have to make a paperclip. Isn't that special? Ultimate crafter, ultimate ingots. Creative. So here's our creative stuff. This is the true end game, I guess, there. All the creative items. And then this is, yeah, going up to the tier 2 rocket to go out further. Around Mars, Saturn, Neptune. And okay, so there's the final boss of the pack. So Sevidus, who the name SevTech comes from, the streamer that inspired Darkosto to make this whole, well, the first pack, not the Skyblock version. We have to grab his OJ. Steal Sevidus's OJ. Okay. I've never watched Sevidus, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about there, but sounds neat. What's that? Ah, there's a meteor. Two raw meteoric iron. What do we use these for? Meteor chunks, meteoric iron dust, which goes to iron ingots, thrusters, glasses, an electric arc furnace. All right. Where does this lead? Ooh, we got mystical agriculture in the pack, so that's opened up now. Yep, not sure exactly what we need the meteoric stuff for. Maybe we need this arc furnace to do a recipe. Maybe we need the gravity controller for something. Maybe to make a spaceship or a space station. I know I've seen space stations in other packs. Maybe not necessarily the SevTech Ages pack, but other packs I've definitely seen some of that stuff. Anyways, I will continue around the moon. If I find the dungeon, I will come back to show you, and otherwise that will be the end of the episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and if I don't see you in a second at a dungeon, we will see you in the next one to do to the dungeon. Okay, well, I found an enemy down in a little hole in the ground here. Evolved zombies. Alright, not too hard, and just looks like standard drops from them. Oh, I guess I probably should have pointed out, I've got all of my perks set up from my Astral Sorcery. So that'll be something I could go over in the next episode as well. Oh. But yeah. Anyways, I'll end it there. It's probably going to take quite a bit of searching to find this dungeon, and we will be back in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you all, and we will see you later.